Hey guys, Blake Bertram here with the 307 Nerf Foam Flingers, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more information about the West vs. Zombies event. I'm going to start with some general stuff, and I'm going to break it down into day-by-day activities. Hope this answers all your questions. So the event itself starts June 29th and runs to July 1st. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's at Bozeman, Montana, on the Montana State University campus. It's free, and I will put a link to register with this. And everything's free about it all 3 days. And I'll get talking about lodging here in a minute. We have quite a few sponsors. We have Dart Zone, Buzzbee, Medic Mods, Foam Freaks, NF Strike, Lightake, Monkey Mods, and Jet Blaster. So we have kind of a nice group, and we're going to get some amazing prizes. A lot of the stuff's already there, and there'll be more videos on that coming up. Just to go over some general ammo rules, and just some general rules overall. One thing that's unique about this particular event is the FPS limit. It's a little higher than most HVZ events. It's at 150 FPS. And as far as darts and ammo, socks are welcome. Buzzbee or Demolisher rockets are welcome. Mega darts are welcome. And then Nerf darts are welcome. And most Nerf darts are great. Third party, whatever, regular Nerf darts fine. As long as they have a hard tip on them. If they have a hard tip, then they won't be allowed to be used. You can use half-length darts or shorter darts as long as they were manufactured by somebody like Worker or Artifact or one of the companies that actually makes half-length darts. So you can't make anything homemade. Nothing, no cut darts, no modified tips, nothing like that. The rest of the game is just really a basic game of human versus zombies, where it's kind of like a big game of tag, where the humans are they're trying not to get tagged by the zombies. The zombies are trying to tag the humans, with some some rules and some different missions that make that interesting. As far as lodging, they have the dorms open. They also have a couple hotels. I want to say it's a Super 8 and a Best Western, but I can't remember for sure. That's on their page. And the dorms are by far your best value. And plus, you're right there on campus. I want to say it's $28 a night for a single room per person, and it's $23 a night per person for a double room, meaning there's two people in the room. So make sure you get registered for that, whether you get a hotel, you camp, or you get into the dorms. So let's start getting into the event. Let's talk about Friday a little bit. Friday is the convention. And it's just kind of a place or a time to meet people, have some fun, and just talk Nerf. There's blasters in general. There's a few things that are going to be happening, so I kind of want to give a rundown of that. The convention itself starts at 10 o'clock, and it will be on the campus. As soon as we get the name of the building, I'm sure they'll release that. I know it's already squared away. I just don't know the actual name of which building they're going to be in. During that event on Friday, there's going to be giveaways of some of these awesome prizes we got from our sponsors. There's going to be blaster know-how classes, just to kind of get a better feel for how you can repair your blaster, or maybe make it a little better, or troubleshoot if it's having problems. There's going to be campus tours, so you get a better idea of what the campus looks like, where everything's at, where to hide if you're a zombie, or where maybe to watch out if you're a human. There's going to be a rules meeting at this time. And it's going to be a little more generalized rules meeting with some Q&A with it. I mean, there'll still be a briefing, a mission briefing and rules the morning of on Saturday and Sunday. But this is just a time if you want some clarification and want more understanding of the rules, there'll be time for that. And the part that I'm most excited about, and that I have probably the heaviest hand in, I'm not really affiliated with this event other than I just want to go and have a lot of fun. But I am going to help a lot with the player versus player action. They're going to have a player versus player tournament with some different game types and different categories. I know they're looking at King of the Hill, Quick Flag, Team Deathmatch as a few possible game types. And then they'll have different categories like stock blasters, modded up to 130 FPS, and then maybe like ultra stock or modded up to 150 FPS. And that's really going to depend on how many people we have there to play. The more people we have, the more categories we have. The fewer people, the fewer categories. So that convention itself gets over at 5 o'clock, and after that we're going to probably break for supper, and anyone that wants to nerf some more that day, I'm planning on just having kind of a general war later on, for people just to have a little bit more time, basically from 6 o'clock to when it gets dark, or right around when it gets dark. So that's Friday in a nutshell. I hope as many people can make it can. Just be a good time to get to know people, get some prizes, and have some fun. So Saturday and Sunday are the actual HVZ portions of this event. And Saturday is going to be an open world piece. So it's going to start at 9 o'clock. We're going to have lunch at noon, and supper is somewhere between 5 and 6, depending on what gameplay looks like and when the missions end. But the way that'll look is regular HVZ rules apply, but instead of having like all the humans versus all the zombies and having these missions, it's going to be more like a bunch of side missions where people can get different power-ups and try to earn things and try to, just try to accomplish different objectives. And you'll do that in smaller squads. And the zombies will still have some things they're trying to get done too. And of course they're trying to tag you. And on Saturday, if you get tagged anytime during that game from 9 o'clock till when it's done at sundown, you are a zombie. Okay, so you're a zombie for the rest of that day, and regardless when you get tagged. Okay. Some people asked about special ammos and special zombies. Those will be kind of in play as needed. I would tell you to bring special ammo like Demolisher rockets or Buzzbee missiles, or Mega Darts. I know Zing arrows not allowed, and the Nerf arrows are not allowed, like Dude Perfect arrows or the ones that go with the new the old Rebel stuff, or the new Zombie Strike stuff, the Wrath Bolt, things like that. Otherwise, basic game of HVZ, a lot of small missions that you can kind of play as you want. One other general rule I want to throw out there, I kind of forgot in the general part. Two things, actually. The event is 8 and over, and anyone that is from 8 to 12-year-old has to have a parent present, and that parent needs to play the same role as their kid. So if you're there with a 12-year-old or an 11-year-old, your 11-year-old gets tagged, becomes a zombie, you are also now a zombie. Just a way to maintain kind of, let's know where our kids are and let's make sure everyone's safe situation. So younger kids are welcome. Just know as parents and as players, if you're playing with your younger kids, you're going to assume the same role as they have. So other thing I want to throw out there as general event is they're doing some giveaways for registration. I think like every 20 or 25 people that register, they do a giveaway, and they're really close to another one. I think they've already given 1 or 2 prizes away at this point. So make sure you get registered, and register everyone, not just yourself. If you're bringing 4 people, make sure all 4 people register. And Saturdays is going to end basically at supper time with this open world format, and we'll see how many humans and how many zombies are left. Sunday is going to be kind of a reset game with a bunch of individual missions. And what I like about Sunday is, again, it's going to start at 9 o'clock and it's going to go the whole day. And some people are going to have to leave early, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was kind of leery when I heard the schedule too, because I'm likely going to have to maybe leave sometime Sunday. But the way that'll work is we'll start mission 1, and mission 1 will have a clear objective to it that the humans are trying to get to. And within that mission, it's going to be very difficult. Likely the zombies will have a good chance of winning every mission that day. But at the end of that mission, regardless if the zombies win or the humans win, or if you were a zombie at the end, or if you were a human at the end of that mission, when mission 2 comes around, everything resets, and we have different zombies and different humans. And what that's going to allow it's going to allow everyone to play the role of both human and zombie. So I know they talked about having some clean way of kind of dividing people up, whether for mission 1, these particular people are going to be zombies and these particular people are going to be humans. So they don't have to run out of volunteers or anything like that. So there's going to be multiple missions like that Sunday. It's going to be very HVZ-like the whole time. But one big difference is over some other invitational events, where as soon as you're a zombie the rest of the weekend. On Sunday, it's just going to get reset over and over again. So if you've ever played like HVZ, maybe at a Nerf War, where it was like a shorter 10-minute game, something in that vicinity, it'd be like that, but it'd be much larger, much bigger. I'm anticipating each mission lasting an hour to an hour and a half, maybe up to 2 hours. So each mission will be a pretty big game, and it will likely have multiple parts to it, multiple objectives. But when that mission's over, it will reset into a new mission, and everyone will get a chance to play a different role, or lots of people will get a chance to play a different role. I'd love to see everyone have a chance to play as a human and a zombie somewhere throughout the weekend. I think that would be great. So I'm excited for the player versus player stuff. I'm really excited for the open world. Like, I'm going to get with my squad members and try to meet certain objectives. And I'm really excited about playing as a zombie. I know sometimes you go to these events and you think, oh man, I want to go there and I want to have my best blaster and I'm never going to get tagged. I'm going to survive the whole thing. But I'm excited about having a chance to play as a zombie and see how many tags I can get. It's just fun. So I hope that answered a lot of questions, and I hope that gives a little more clarity to what's going on with West vs. Zombies. Again, Bozeman, Montana, June 29th to July 1st, all free. They have a great organization to it, and I've seen some of the games, or some of the objectives and some of the missions they plan. They look amazing. I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys can all make it. And like I said, with the dorms now, it's a very cheap option, especially if you're within a day's drive, if you're in Colorado, if you're in Washington, if you're in Oregon, if you're in Utah, if you're in Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, maybe even Minnesota. You're really just a day's drive away, and then you have really cheap dorm rooms on top of that. That's going to make it super, super affordable. So please comment below any questions you may have about the event. But until June 29th, look for some more updates, and I can't wait to see you and maybe eat some brains.